Welcome to Infinity Rising. I'm Kelly Jane Livingston, and I'm out here at the park, and I'm doing some energy work and grounding, connecting. I've got my chakra blanket and chakra stones out here.
I'm sorry to be so rude.
No, you're fine. How's your day going?
Better since I seen you.
Oh, thank you.
I always put a smile on my face. And I don't want to disturb you when you're...
Thank you. Yeah, I record videos out here. I do YouTube. And, yeah.
You should be on there too.
Can I record you?
If you want to.
Okay.
I mean, it's a... Yeah, you just have to know.
My audience might like it.
What's your name again?
Kelly. What's your name?
Lester.
Lester.
Lester. Oh, no, Lester.
Lester. Okay. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Surprise. Do you want me to play soft or hard? Or...
Yeah, jam out. I'll dance too. Do something pretty.
Beautiful. Man, my only... I just started playing too. I just I'm successful and everything else, you know, and racing and this and that. I figured I'd try something new. Yeah, I would always like wanted to do it, and this never. Oh, my fingers would never. You know, I was hanging on to this motorcycle handlebars and being next bike. Not too not spiritual, and actually I do what I had to do from martial arts. You know, the flexibility. I don't know about getting my ass, the art of fighting without fighting. And to learn that, I had to learn to heal.
That's important.
Yeah, very important. Yes. Even worse, that's, rubbing on somebody's back or whatever. Just, oh my gosh. Just wishing now that we got negative ions in the trees above the carbon, we're carbon. Man, if I had known this a long time ago, I would have skipped school. Because I'm energy. The center our church, I said, yes, you're doing so well. Man, yeah, be so centered. Look at, I'm laying on my back.
So are you going to play something?
Hey, what do you want me to do?
What do you know?
I don't really, I just started I made trying to put something together. I don't want to be good, I don't want to be great, but I don't been playing for too much.
Okay.
I mean, give or take.
Yeah.
And every day I broke my other one, I got another one, I got that one.
Okay.
I like my Yamaha better than this one.
It's cool that you take it out and you play it though.
Well, I got
Practice.
6 months and I got 4 months left, so I got to get doing something.
Yeah.
And I'm just making trashy noise. That's what I'm trying to find that sound. Just like a slow movement of exhale. Okay, let's see. Something you want to put
Do you know any songs?
I don't. I haven't even. I just started, just trying to get my fingers.
Okay.
This is all just. That's all from God. It ain't for me. I've been practicing this stupid one, but there's so many things out there. I've been just trying
The trees are getting yellow leaves now. It's real beautiful. It's September in Spokane, so we get seasons here. And it is beautiful here, and I feel blessed that I've gotten to be here. And though I don't really know what's next right now, and I really do love warm weather, and I crave tropical right now. I do get to experience some really incredible, beautiful, spectacular things. And, I've met beautiful people, beautiful souls, and, even through the tests in life and the hard things that we've gone through, we can't help but to feel gratitude for all the blessings that we have, and that God is doing for us. We feel and know that we are favored, for there's always something that is a gift, that we are living in complete abundance in this universe, you know? Just coming out here and connecting with the trees and with Mother Earth, doing my videos while spirit channels through and our ancestors are watching, helping us, participating in everything that is unfolding here. We are living in the eternal now, one with Source, one with all energy in this universe. Love and gratitude, always, for this experience, for this journey, everything that we've gone through in our lives. So I actually have something that I want to read to you. I prepared a list for you, one of my lists, you know. Which I like to do lists sometimes. And I wanted to talk about ways that we give our power away. Like ways that we are giving our power away to the dark forces unknowingly, and things that we need to be aware of and watch out for so that we can be sovereign in our energies and not be leaking to the dark forces or the entity that wants to suppress us and siphon from us, these spiritual parasites. So we know very well what these entities do because we've gone through immense spiritual warfare in our lives. So we are turning our pain into power and fighting back and speaking about all the ways that we have been able to free ourselves and take our power back. But it's important to be aware of all the ways that we give our power away so that we can avoid that. So first and foremost is living in fear. If we live in fear, then they have us controlled by it. They have us exactly where they want us so that we don't really find out how protected and loved we are in this universe. That we don't find out that God loves us so incredibly much, and that we are easy to manipulate and control and siphon from if we are always in a state of fear. That is why all they push on TV, on the movies, everything in Hollywood is fear, 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 fear. And even, you know, kids, they siphon from kids and keeping them in fear. And that's why they make so many scary movies. And The movie Monsters Incorporate is so true. They're siphoning off of our fear. Another way we give our power away is by living in self-doubt. For not truly believing in ourselves, we give our power away to the dark forces. And we feed them rather than feeding ourselves, because we're holding ourselves back with our doubt, rather than believing in ourselves and really truly living to fulfill our highest destiny and our dreams. Tolerating disrespect. We are teaching the universe how we want to be treated every day, and what we tolerate, we are giving permission to. So when someone tries to cross our boundaries and disrespect us, if we tolerate that, then we are saying yes to that behavior. We are telling the universe that we will take it. So dish it. So we do not tolerate disrespect. The moment that someone disrespects you, we need to cut cords or walk away, like disengage. Absolutely. Do not give your power away. People pleasing. Giving too much of yourself. Trying to make everyone happy in this world, but not really living for yourself. You are draining yourself because you can't make everyone happy, and some people will just drain you. Take and take and take and take and parasite off your energy. So we've got to heal from the need or desire to be people pleasing. We are not here to be liked by everyone, but we are here to love. And that's so much better than being liked. We don't have, being liked means you're trying to put on masks to appease to people, but you're not being authentic to who you are. So authenticity is key there. Addiction over consumption. If you are chasing external something or addiction, you are feeding the dark forces. You're not healing, and you're not connecting to God, because you are really using something else as a buffer between yourself and feeling things. You're getting addicted to whatever that is. If it's addicted to a chemical rush that you get from a behavior or from a substance, any addictive behavior is a barrier. And it's showing that you are avoiding something that is within you. So you are disempowering yourself by not aligning with that, by being externally focused. Oversharing. Giving too much information. Not everyone wants for your highest good. Not everyone wants what you have to offer. Not everyone is aligned for your blessing. So it's important to have discernment and mind your energies so that you're not overfilling the wrong things in your life, that you're not feeding too much into something that is not in your highest good. And also not everyone needs to know everything about us. You know, we are here serving God first and foremost, and that we don't have to answer to people because we are sovereign in our energies. Focusing and dwelling on the negative, that is definitely a way that we leak our energy to the dark forces. They want us distracted. They want us looking at all the horrible things in this world and all of the dark things rather than all of the wonderful things. They want us so focused on the devil that we're feeding it, because our attention is an extension of our energy. What we focus on manifests. So if we're focusing on the negative, we're sidetracked, we're distracted from all the love and the positive that is God, that is Holy Spirit, that is all around us. Dwelling in the past, that we are not being fully in the present because we are stuck in the past, that we are replaying old loops, and we are energetically in a place that doesn't exist anymore. It's behind us, and that it is subtracting and taking our power away from the present. Worrying about the future, same as dwelling in the past. You're not present. If you're worrying about the future, you're manifesting those worries to happen in the future. You're not trusting enough. So really, your power is in the present. It's in staying centered, staying grounded, staying focused. Holding on to resentments, not forgiving. That'll hold you back. If you are not living in a place of gratitude for every part of the journey that we are living in this life, and you are holding on to some kind of lower emotion, some density, feeling anger and lower energies, that's holding us back. We have to understand and accept that light and dark exist in this world, and that for every bright light, there must be darkness to contrast it. But we are light, and anything that blocks us from source needs to be healed, needs to be alchemized, needs to be transmuted into light and love, because that's what everything really is in the grand scheme of everything. Keeping poor boundaries. Same as tolerating disrespect, but we have to assert our space, assert ourselves, our rules, and we have to enforce them. That will save us a lot of energy in the long run when people try to cross our boundaries and continuously try to cross our boundaries, and we don't assert them. they will get too close to our energies and they will try to siphon from us. So we have to keep strong energetic boundaries and protect ourselves. Seeking external validation. That is definitely a way that people leak their energy, is by being outwardly focused and thinking that they're here to pursue, to hunt, to chase, when really the whole point in coming here is learning to master energy and attract. That the key to unlocking the whole universe and everything is to unlock what's within, your true inner light and divine potential. And then you will manifest higher timelines. Everything that you desire and align with as your highest self is coming to you. You are a magnet for miracles. So you don't have to chase, you attract. Everything that you seek, everything that you need is already within you. It's in your heart, it's in your DNA. God has equipped you for this life. You hold all the keys that you need within. Not trusting God. Thinking that we can do it all for God, or trying to control everything. Feeding fear rather than love, and knowing that there is a divine master plan unfolding, and that God loves us so deeply that we all get to experience this journey in our own unique expressions of God's highest love. That we are part of a collective of souls awakening all across Mother Gaia, and that God is in total control. When we don't trust God, we give our power away to the devil. We feed fear, we feed doubt, and we feed ego. To think that we know more or have more powers than God does is pure ego and ignorance. So we have to trust God, for God is the reason we're all here, and God is the answer to everything. We're not in control. God is. Trying to control everything, which is going on what I just said with not trusting God. If we think we know better than God and we can take this whole thing into our own hands, we're most certainly not. Because by doing that, we are forfeiting the divine guidance that is leading us. And you're choosing ego over the divine guidance within. So therefore, your ego, those demons, will steer you into a wall. Because if you think you can drive this without God, without surrendering the wheel to God, then you're in for a rude awakening. You know, and I say that lovingly, as in, you know, sometimes we have to learn our lessons the hard way, and it's okay if you do. But, you know, I can save you of that if you surrender to God now, and really, it's completely up to you, though. Completely up to you. Staying where not valued. That is an important one. If we are in an environment where we are not being seen or living up to our true potential, or where we are giving so much of ourselves, but we are giving into environments where they're not appreciative of the rare blessings that we offer, where they will just partake in you like you are a buffet when you are gourmet. You have to be valued. You have to be in an environment where you are honored for the sacred soul that you are. And you cannot stay where you have to shrink yourself or settle for less than you truly deserve. And I've learned this lesson the hard way enough times in my life, and I don't want to have to repeat that. So I've really got to be strong, and I've got to understand that I am divinely protected because I have been through more than my share of hardships and heartbreaks in this life. That it is absolutely of most importance that I find my tribe and community that is in alignment for the divine blessings that I bring into this world, that I am birthing into the quantum as a creator goddess incarnate. Being externally focused, we touched on that. That if we're too busy looking out there, we're not paying attention to the miracles that are in here. And that we are the treasure. We are what we're looking for and seeking in the outer world. It's been within us the entire time. So the devil has us where it wants us when we're seeking external gratification and not focusing on the love that is ever present in your heart and in your soul. Complaining, always complaining, bitching, finding fault in every single little thing because you want to be a victim in this world. You are shrinking yourself and you are taking yourself to a negative blueprint. And you are telling the universe that you are dwelling on the negative. So it is going to give you more negative. Complaining will siphon the life out of you and have you in a victim mindset, a victim mentality, and thinking that the world is out to get you, and that it is low vibrational as hell. So next I wrote not being grateful, which goes on complaining. Is there's always something to be grateful for. There's always goodness in this world that we can focus on and that we can feed. That by giving gratitude, saying thank you, Source, for all these blessings. Thank you for my bicycle. Thank you for these crystals. Thank you for all the elements that heal us: fire, air, water, ether, earth, all of the abundance of this universe. Thank you for these trees. Thank you for these herbal teas and medicines and blessings from Mother Earth. Thank you for healing frequencies. Thank you for good people in this world. Thank you for, there's always something to be grateful for. And the universe loves to give us more. When we focus on gratitude, it is a key that unlocks everything, that we get more blessings because we share our appreciation for what we have. Why would God bless us with more if we're not even grateful for what we have already? So gratitude will help attract to you all of your prayers, all of your blessings, everything that God wants to do for you. All you have to do is be in a frequency of love and gratitude to let it flow to you. Seven deadly sins. Any of the seven deadly sins will be a leakage of your energy in a way that you give your power away to the dark forces. Whether that is anger, envy, lust, sloth, greed, any one of them, you are feeding darkness and depriving yourself of purity and love with God, with Holy Spirit, with Creator. So do not feed the entities through sin. Do not feed him your energy, your frequency. Hold yourself to be sacred and do not give in to sin. Taking things personally, getting offended really easily, or if people just give you a low vibration, accept that. Know that it has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you. Don't take it personal because it's not. Just trust your inner compass, your inner love, your inner guidance, and know that we are all mirrors for each other in this world. And a brighter light will be a more powerful mirror. And if someone's holding something that they don't like about themselves, they will reflect that and project that onto you. It's not personal. They are telling on themselves, but it has nothing to do with you. Being self-sacrificing. Always allowing others to energetically take advantage of you and to go ahead while you sacrifice yourself for them every time. You are showing weak boundaries. You are showing that you don't respect yourself. And you are giving them permission to disrespect you because you don't even respect yourself. You don't even respect your own energies. So do not self-sacrifice. Suppressing the truth. Suppressing the truth is another way that we let darkness siphon from us. If we don't speak our truth and we go into silence and we don't stand up for ourselves, or align ourselves energetically to speak what we live and be in alignment, then we are letting the devil have power, because the devil will tell whatever story it wants to, whatever lie, whatever falsity that it can. And though at times in my life I have felt like silence spoke louder than words, like when the devil has really tried to project some dark stuff on to me through different individuals or people throughout my life, I did not feel like I had to defend myself, because I know that the truth holds more resonance than a lie, and that anyone willing to believe a lie about me is someone who didn't truly see me in the first place, not somebody who I want aligned with me in the first place. So, there is a time where we can really just trust the universe and not speak. But we can't let silence win. And there's a difference there. And it's important to make that distinction, because the devil will talk dirty. And we don't have to defend ourselves, because the truth is our greatest weapon. We have that going for us. So it's like, it's all going to come to the surface anyway, because it's the truth. You can't bury it. You can't bury any deed that was done in darkness. It will come up. It will be exposed. It will be seen. But it is important for us to speak our truth, to tell our stories, to share, because others need us. They need our light. They need our stories. They need our experience, so that they don't have to go through the things that we went through. And we are bringing it to light by speaking. And darkness can no longer hide. Comparing ourselves with others, that's a good one. So, we really screw ourselves out of our own blessings by doing that, or by thinking that someone else doesn't deserve what they have. We are shifting our energy and giving into envy and jealousy, which are covered under the 7 deadly sins. We are each unique, and we are each special and gifted and blessed in our own ways. And we are giving them our power if we are comparing ourselves to them. So we should all be so happy and high vibrational because we're with God, that we are all living our highest timelines, and we're so busy watering our own garden that we don't notice if someone else's grass is greener. And that's really, there's so much to be grateful for in the present, that we don't even need to go there. Everybody has a different life. You can't compare it's anyways. Overindulging. That is taking for granted, using, abusing something that should be thought of as sacred. And being consumers rather than being it's turning a blessing into something that's parasitic. So it is nice to indulge. Life should be enjoyed. There are pleasures to have. There are wonderful things to enjoy. Just the simple act of breathing, feeling the sun on our skin, having a dessert, a piece of chocolate, having sexual pleasure, enjoying meditation and sensuality. There are pleasures to be had, but when we overindulge, we turn something beautiful into a sin. It becomes corrupted, and it's no longer sacred because of how we have abused it and overused it. Victim mentality. God, that's big one. Is that if you are thinking in victimhood mindsets and thinking that is going to manifest in your life, you are telling the universe that you are not powerful, that you are victim, and that you are telling everyone how to treat you. And that is not in a good way. And you feel like, oh, why me? Poor me. Why does this stuff always happen to me? Or that's just my luck. And feeling like you're not loved and you're not blessed by this universe, then that's what they're going to give you. You are abundant in your blessings, but when you are in a victim mentality, you're manifesting that to happen into your life. You're manifesting yourself to not have power. You're straight up leaking it to the dark forces when you do that. So you have to own your power. You have to know how you are feeding this world, what you are manifesting with your energy. Not trusting intuition. Yep. That could have saved me a lot of energy leakage in my life, where I knew and I felt when things were off about people or situations or things before they happened, and I didn't trust my intuition. And lo and behold, I'm shown exactly why my intuition was giving me those signals. It never fails. And then we end up feeling stupid for giving people the benefit of the doubt, for having such big hearts, for trusting others, when we should have followed and trusted our intuition. We all have an internal compass. We all have angels and guides within. They say gut feelings are guardian angels, and that is so true. So trust that feeling. When you get that feeling, and remove yourself from the person, place, thing, or situation as soon as you can. For that's your warning. That's your sign to get out. Shame and guilt. Giving your energy to any feelings of guilt or shame. Feeling like you are less, shrinking yourself to regret. You are not allowing yourself to be fully present and to fully shine in the love and the gratitude and the blessings that you are living. That you are a beautiful soul. You have a beautiful heart, a beautiful mind, and you are loved in this life, in this universe, by God, by Creator. And Creator knows you, all of you, and thinks you're beautiful. Why would you feel shame? Why would you shrink yourself to giving your power away? When you are so divine and loved and beautiful. The dark ones like to try to bully us through shame, to get us to apologize for being who we are, for being powerful, for being empaths, for having gifts. For being beautiful souls. But that is because they do not have the courage or confidence to be that light. So they resent you for being it, for shining. So they try to shame you back into seclusion and hold guilt or resentment over you because they want your power. And deep down they are jealous that you are not limited by the things that they limit themselves to. That you are being yourself, that you are shining the light, and you are living in your authenticity, and they're the ones wearing masks. So if you are a beautiful soul and you are shining your light, don't let them try to shame you for being who you are. You are a blessing to this world. Continue to shine, for you have nothing to be ashamed of. Avoidance and denial. That is pushing away and suppressing and denying light from God. It's coming up for you, it's coming up for a reason. And that you cannot deny it and you cannot avoid it into not existing. In fact, you will only create more resistance and more pressure. So trust the flow and let go. Whatever comes to you is in your divine alignment. Do not avoid, do not deny. Just recognize, observe, learn, and grow. Being attached to outcomes, that is a big one. Because then we put expectations on the universe for what we want when we want it. We get, in a way, it's kind of greedy because we're telling the universe that we are smarter, that we are not trusting of them, and that we only do what we do because we want the rewards from it, which means that we're not in alignment in the frequency of love in the first place because we are attached to the outcome. We are doing it because we want something rather than doing it because we love it. So that is definitely a big way that we give our power away. We should be living in alignment to our highest vibrational frequency of love and blessings in this universe, and just giving, just to give, because we know that by giving we are doing exactly what God put us here to do. That we are shining the light, we are being the vessel, we are living in love. And that it's not about material gain, it's not about recognition, that we are just living in the flow and letting the universe align itself to the love vibrational frequency that we emit. Being ego driven, that is a huge way that we energetically leak and we allow the devil to take the wheel of our lives. And that it is driving you to certain collisions. We have to be living through our higher heart chakra and knowing that we're not in control and that we are just literally here to be. We're just here to vibrate high and to live in love and to serve God and serve humanity and to be part of the flow. We are anchoring in the light and we are living in love. And that ego is our lower selves. Ego is the part of ourselves that doesn't trust God, that thinks that it knows better than God and tries to control everything. Unforgivness. That goes on with resentment and but forgiveness is absolute key in letting go, in being free. We don't forgive because we are condoning despicable behavior, but we forgive because we are our highest selves, because we are living in love, and we will not give the devil power over us by holding on to resentment. That we forgive anything and everything because we walk this journey with Source. And that God saw what they did. God saw what we have gone through along the way. And everything, every experience, all of it brought us even closer to God in the end. So what is there to hold on to? What grudge is there to hold on to when you know that God is the greatest gift in this universe and you have it? And no matter what the devil did, it couldn't take that away. So I do say let go and let God, but definitely learn your lessons. And when people show themselves to be disrespectful, cut cords and keep your boundaries. Keep them far away from you. For you are way too sacred to be in their hands. Promiscuity, that goes on people pleasing. Just giving and giving and giving and giving. Not holding yourself to be sacred. that is showing others that you are worth less and that you don't have standards. So it is important to uphold yourself and to be selective about who and what you pour yourself into, as you are a sacred vessel for Source. Overthinking, yeah, that's one that I have leaked on a lot in my life. We've been through so much in our lives, and we've been through immense trauma. We've had severe spiritual attacks all throughout our lives, and we really have been guilty of overthinking our blessings at times. And that has been something that we've had to really learn to overcome. Because if we overthink in a way, it's kind of taking us away from center, away from sovereignty, and knowing that God handles our burdens, and that we don't have to constantly be in overdrive thinking, planning, and working on things. That we can really truly surrender to God and let God do the really heavy stuff so that we can be centered and grounded in our energies and be more useful of manifestors, be more aligned to our soul purpose. And I have procrastination. Procrastination. Putting it off for later. I've been guilty of that a lot in my life. And that is one that I've had to really work on myself to take my power back from. Because by putting it off, it becomes a bigger thing, doesn't it? You know, we think we are putting it on the back burner to delegate our energies, but then it sits there on the back burner and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the longer we repress it, the longer we don't take care of it, the more it builds, and that we have to deal with it. We have to stop putting it off and to focus on it. And then it won't be so big anymore. But also, you know, there's so much we can do in the now, that we can be fully present, and that now is all we have. That is the only guarantee. So if we put things off for forever, then, you know, you don't know if you'll have a chance to get to that. So, you know, nothing's guaranteed. You don't know if there's going to be a later. All we have is now. So that's what I have on my list right now so far. And I feel like that was a pretty comprehensive, thorough list, but there's always more I can add to it. If you can think of anything else that we didn't address, let me know in the comments below. And we're going to do another list of kind of the opposite of that. And instead of ways that we leak energy, it's going to be ways that we feed our energy. So look forward to that coming up soon. And I hope you found this information to be helpful. I I love doing lists, and I love doing this kind of healing. And so we're grateful to be able to serve in this way. So if you found that helpful, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. We've got links to donate to Infinity Rising. We're building our army of angels and bringing together sovereign souls and chosen ones who incarnated here on a divine mission. And we are here to secure land to build our new earth sanctuaries on, to bringing together our tribes and putting together the age of light, as we are all a part of this and we are all co-creating new earth together. And also follow us on other platforms so you can stay plugged in and stay in the know of all the wonderful things that are unfolding and that we're doing. So thank you for joining me this beautiful afternoon in the park, and I love you. God bless you, beautiful souls. Namaste to you, soul family. Every day we keep going and rising and really aligning to our service and why we've incarnated here. We're plugging into our gifts and we're sharing them. So let's continue to pave the way for the golden age, brick by brick, day by day. We are building back our divine kingdom, and we are setting the frequency and setting the standard for how we are going forth into new earth. All right, guys, I love you. God bless you. Bye.